It's a very fast transition.
Oh, guess who's back again. Guess who's back. Did you have your turkey hangover? Is everybody doing well? What is that echo?
There we go.
Punch myself in the dick.
I'd like to see you try.
Hey, all you fuckers. Hey, guess what? It's Hey Pal, what's new? We're back. I'm Greg, and this is my hetero life mate, John, over here. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything good to I could always use the, put on your socks and grab your cocks, but, I thought about one all day, and it just didn't happen, so it's all right. That's all you get. It's the Thanksgiving holiday, everybody.
How about put on your hat and grab her fat? What? Oh!
Grab that slut, put it in her butt. It's Hey Pal, what's new?
We're bordering on the if it smells like the creek, you better go Greek.
Yeah, if it smells like trout, get the hell out.
If it smells like bass, put it in her ass. Bass? For mayor?
Goddamn fish, Jonathan.
He is mayor. They voted him mayor. He won.
I know. I don't even want to get involved with that Bass for Mayor. If you want to hear about Bass for Mayor, please watch our animated video. It's hysterical. I must watch it like once a week. It just makes me happy. But anyway, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving holiday and everybody just ate whatever they ate. I know I'm the carnivore boy over there in my...
Yeah, it's a Thanksgiving of sides in the Fatakis household.
Yeah, it's all about the sides. So, hey, pal, what is new? How did you enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday? Did you do any Black Friday sales?
Hell no. I did go to the Palisades Mall and make fun of people with Manny.
Oh, you did?
Just for something to do. It was so dead. I mean, as malls go, it was dead there.
Really?
I thought it was like, I'm going to find a place to park, and we're going to drive around for hours and fucking people everywhere. And it was like, oh, look, spot. Oh, let's go in the mall. Oh, just walked around.
Really? And that was on Black Friday?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I avoided the mall at all costs on Black Friday. Just because those sales are going to happen after Black Friday, so who gives a fuck?
They were happening before Black Friday.
Exactly. And I'm all about Cyber Monday, you know.
Oh, cyber. I like mine cyber.
And it's not just for that. So, yeah, I mean, I avoided that. My girl and I did go to the mall on yesterday, so that was Saturday.
Okay.
And we made the mistake of, we didn't make the mistake. We actually had a really good time. But what we did do is we decided to go to the movies on Saturday, which is at the mall.
Okay.
In Middletown, and just to get a parking spot. Listen, all you fuckers with your big goddamn trucks, you don't have to take up 2 spaces, okay? Nobody's going to touch your precious freaking Audi and scratch it, okay? Leave room for other people, because to try to get a parking spot on the Saturday was ridiculous. We drive around. We finally got a spot. Wasn't too far away. We did go see the movies, which I did go see Ghostbusters Afterlife. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. And we're going to get full-on spoilers with Ghostbusters because we have a little new ditty that we put on there to alert people when we have spoilers.
P. Diddy?
Yes. Yeah, to the P, to the I, to the D, to the D, to the Y. Okay. It's Diddy. Motherfucking Diddy. Wow, I just really went to a tangent there. But yeah, we will, just to warn all you fuck faces out there, we are going to have full spoilers on Ghostbusters. It's one of the things we'll be talking about. Plus, we have a lot of shows. I finished some shows. I did my homework this time. I watched some shows. I have some new music. I have all kinds of good stuff. But we could just basically just chat about, in the beginning, what we did on our Thanksgiving holiday. You said you just basically went to the mall and made fun of people with Manny?
Yeah, we just walked around, didn't really buy anything, didn't really even shop. It just kind of moseyed the mall just to get the fuck out of the house.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I do love, that's the thing about the Thanksgiving holiday is that, Thursday, for all you corporate people, Wednesday is pretty much a bullshit day. It's half day, so you're just kind of working from home or whatever. Half day Harry, as I like to call it. So you're home for that. Then Thursday is the actual turkey day, which thank God this year I didn't have to travel. Yeah, I know my lights are flickering. It's LED shit. It's got like a little bit of ambience to it. You can't really see it on the... Well, maybe you can.
Whoa, I can see it's flipping out.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could switch that off later if you want. But, Thanksgiving, I didn't have to travel. I didn't have to do anything. I basically just walked upstairs from my apartment, had a lovely dinner with my family, my girlfriend, my kids. It was great. How's that? Oh, Jesus Christ, it's bright in here. My apartment is usually just like ambiance, like quiet, dark, one light. But, we have to show our beautiful faces.
I was going to say, we got to see the beautiful faces.
Yeah, so, had a lovely dinner with that, with my eldest child and my girl and my family and everything like that. And then you have a good Friday, Saturday, Sunday to pretty much just do whatever the hell you want.
We did go get a Christmas tree.
You got a tree?
We went to the tree farm and cut it down.
I saw you cutting that sucker down. You were Griswolding like the whole family out there in the middle of the woods, cutting down a tree.
That's right.
That's awesome.
We do it every year. It's all the way up in fucking, and then we stop for some falafel at Abba's Falafel in Rhinebeck.
Wow.
In hopes of bumping into Negan.
Oh, little Jeffrey Dean?
Yeah, that's where he lives. Him and his wife and the kids.
Nice.
They live in Rhinebeck. Oh, God. They own that chocolate shop. Oh, wait. No, it's the world's sexiest man, Paul Rudd. He owns the chocolate shop with fucking...
I thought they owned it together.
Sam Sweets. Well, it's not Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's Norman Reedus, I think, or one of those fuckers.
Oh.
Paul Rudd and somebody. Paul's Puds. Everybody wants a piece of Paul Rudd. Everybody is the world's sexiest man.
He's beautiful. He's a beautiful human being. So no, that's good. I mean, getting the live. I don't do the. I used to do the live tree, and then we went to fake. Now I just have this little tiny, which you'll probably see on future episodes when we get to the end of the year. My little Christmas tree that talks. It was my grandmother's tree, and it's delightful. I thought about getting a tree.
You got the Charlie Brown fucking Christmas tree.
You know what it is, dude? I don't know what it is. I love a Christmas tree. I hate decorating trees. I don't know why. Ever since I was young, it just no, you put the ball in the wrong space.
Stop it! I was gonna put mine there.
Yeah, I really could give a care.
Greg's got more ornaments than me. It's not fair.
I know. Even though I said the F word about 500 times, my aunt did tell me, she goes, I like your podcast, but you guys curse way too much. I said, what the fuck you talking about?
Which aunt is this?
My Aunt Loretta.
Oh, fucking Loretta. Loretta! Get me a beer. We have an Aunt Loretta. I think every Irish family has that Aunt Loretta.
Probably, yeah.
That's all I could think of. Aunt Loretta! Hey, get me a beer. A fucking beer from the icebox.
Yeah, she's my godmother. I love her. I saw her. We had a big family party last week, which was delightful. People were talking. I saw our buddy Rich Williams there.
Triggy diggy.
Chat with him, and he comes to me and he goes, I heard that you and Johnny Boy have a podcast. I said, yeah, we do.
When's he coming on?
Oh, I would love that if we could ever get him out of the Mayapack compound. We saw that, and then my aunt, were outside. She's like, I heard your podcast, and let me just say, yeah, you curse way too much, and you're more talented than that. You're very funny, but you curse way too much. I was like, bull fucking shit.
You know what? She should just be happy I'm keeping my pants on for this.
Exact. Well, how do we know that you have your pants on?
Because I just got up and walked. I do have jammy pants on. I was like, I'm doing in jammy pants.
You do a full jammies.
Kate was like, why wouldn't you?
Exactly. You're coming over. It's like a gay sleepover.
I'm sorry.
Only you're not sleeping over.
Okay. Hold on. This is where my fucking mind goes. Okay.
What's that?
So, you've got this pumpkin.
Yes.
Right? I said it was a candy dish.
It's not a candy dish. You can't fit your fat hand in it. At least I can't fit my fat hand in it.
Put a screen on top. It's like a giant bong.
You could do that, or you could warm it up and maybe put some stuff in there. it's like a pumpkin.
It's multi-purpose.
You can use it as a marital aid. You can do whatever you want with it. It's a pumpkin. I don't know. It's left over. I don't have that much stuff here. I'm working on it. John's sitting at my brand new desk, which is nice.
It's too bad Pier 1 closed down.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll go pick you up something from the clearance at Pier 1.
Oh, I got mine from Target. I just zezzled that shit. Anyway. So Thanksgiving was good. We're at the end of it, so unfortunately we have to go back to work tomorrow, but we decided, hey, let's get on the podcast. Let's talk about all this cool stuff that we have going on here. So I guess we could start with, do you want to do TV? Well, TV is usually a good way to start, unless you have something. You enlighten me with your list here.
I've only got 2 TV-ish things. Are they even TV? I mean, everything I got, do you consider streaming TV?
Yes.
Because
streaming is TV is a dying art. We're just going to go with it's on my television, so I guess I would call it television.
So maybe anything that's like hour-long episodic?
Sure.
Or shorter?
Sure.
Like
anything, media-wise. We don't have to classify it under different things. I mean, I have 2 quote-unquote television. I have a movie, and I have a couple of music, so...
Well, did you watch
Put that in your ass and smoke it.
The new Hawkeye?
I have that on my list as well. The first 2 episodes popped up on Disney+. What did you think?
It was good. I really, really did like it. How do these fucking shows always seem to get me in the feels? When they're hold on. When they're at the in the beginning, when they're at the play, hold on, I gotta play this.
See, that's our new spoiler thing. Whenever you hear Spanky says it's spoiled,
don't drink the milk. It's spoiled.
We're gonna spoil the shit out of stuff.
When they're at the Avengers play, and he's like, he wasn't even there with Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah.
but then when they got when they've got Black Widow on stage dancing and singing, and you could see he's just like ready to fucking cry. I was like, oh, why are they gonna take me here?
Oh, I know. How funny was that musical that they did? In the
beginning? It was fucking hilarious.
Rogers the musical. I can do this all day.
Well,
because that was like they nailed that Broadway cheese. Like
it's like they watched Spider-Man Into the Dark.
Yeah.
Was that what it was called? That Spider-Man Broadway show that fucking
all the Spider-Man got
grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, all the Spider-Man ones that got freaking hurt on the wires and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, no, because that is something that if these events, because really it's true, it really did happen. The Battle of New York, that Broadway would be like, we got to make a musical out of it.
Oh, hell yeah. Hamilton.
Yeah, exactly. So
who's going to do the music? Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, I thought that was the best part, like one of the funniest part of the first one. And like he's sitting there and he's watching like the Hulk, the guy who plays the Hulk, he's like, Hulk smash. And it's so, they nailed that Broadway
cheese,
like to a T. Like of course, if these events really did happen, I know it's hard to believe, but this shit didn't really happen in real life.
No.
You know that if that happened in real life, they would do that. And it's cheesy as hell, and he's sitting there going like, I can't believe I'm watching this. But yeah, overall, the 2 episodes you did like, I did the Kate Bishop.
I do. I like just like they did in Falcon the Winter Soldier, they addressed those like, just the things that are like with Falcon the Winter Soldier when they address the fact that like, well, where the fuck do they get money from?
Yeah.
And in this they address, I'm like, all this shit blowing up, how is he not fucking deaf? Well, guess what? He is.
Yeah, exactly.
Dad, did you turn off your hearing aid?
Yeah, they clicked on all that stuff. I love to see it. It reminds me so far of like Die Hard with bows and arrows. Like it's that Christmas, like you can put this on around the Christmas season and be like, it's a Die Hard movie.
Don't get started about that because that's got my list show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not only do we have to do a movies and review for the year, like our favorite movies of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna go full blown cheese with like Christmas movies.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think for like the month of December, it's all going to be about ranks. I was going to work on a jingle for that, but I'll work on that. So, come the next couple of episodes, we're going to do, I think we should do like one for movies, one for television, and one for music. And then we can definitely do one of like, Christmas stuff. Because, I mean, there's a Die Hard, I'm sorry, is a freaking Christmas movie. It is.
It is.
And this had very much the same feels of that, Hawkeye, once again, another show from Disney.
Yep.
Another Marvel show. And I'm like, really? You're going to do a freaking Hawkeye movie? They sucked me in. And I'm like, okay, I'm on board with this. So,
transitioning Young Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. They got that going on. I love the Rogers musical. And if you do watch that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, you could tell that they are putting the shield on the Statue of Liberty.
Yep.
So they're going full on tilt with that, which I love. But yeah, I would definitely, if you're a Marvel show like myself or anybody else, definitely check out Hawkeye. That was on my list as well. Besides that, I did have that on my list here for stuff to watch. I did right before you showed up. I did watch the finale for Walking Dead World Beyond. Now
I have not watched it.
We won't
yet.
spanky spoiler it,
No,
because my boy here has not seen it. But
I don't give a fuck about the listeners. All two of them.
yeah, we'll spoil the crap out of you guys. But as far as the two of us, we will talk about Ghostbusters, and like you said, we'll spoil the shit out of it. You did kind of spoil it for me a little bit.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay. I mean, you're like, oh, come on, you knew it was going to come. I was like, yeah, but, I just totally fucking lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, Walking Dead World Beyond. I did watch the finale before you showed up, and I ain't going to spoil it because I don't like to spoil it for my boy, but, really good.
Not only season finale, but the series finale.
Yeah, it's all done now.
I hate saying it, and I'll get shit for it, but it's one of my favorite Walking Deads, and now they're just cutting it at 2 seasons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm still hate watching Fear. I haven't watched the latest episode yet, but I'll get to it probably later today. And also with Dexter New Blood, that's on there,
I'm all caught up.
Watch that. But yeah, the World Beyond, the way they ended it, I will say that they did leave it kind of open-ended. So these characters probably will pop up maybe in one of the other shows. There's some stuff in it that I was kind of confused about at the end. I like the way that they tied it up. It was good. It was really good. So, I mean, if you're a zombie Walking Dead person, it's definitely better than Fear. And I never thought, I thought it would be the other way around because I was such a big fan of Fear.
I was at first, too. I thought it was great when it first came out, but then, season 2, I was like...
Yeah, it was good till about in season 3 when they went in the compound and all that stuff, and they had the cop from Sons of Anarchy in it, who had one of his fucking compound things. But yeah, I mean, Fear right now is just on the verge of ridiculousness, and I always thought oh god, they're gonna do another one, World Beyond, but after that, I thought World Beyond would be a joke, but it was done really, really well. So I definitely recommend that as far as TV goes. If you haven't, it's 2 seasons, right? Go on AMC Plus or whatever, binge watch it. It's a
It's 2 seasons, and each season's only a dozen episodes.
Yeah. I think you're probably...
So it's really 1 season.
Yeah, it's I think it's 8 episodes.
Let's see.
Or 9 or...
World Beyond season 2 is 10 episodes.
Yeah, so I think it was a 10 and 10 where it was you can get through it. There are some callbacks to certain things. There are certain things that the way they ended it, it's open-ended for certain things. So we'll see. They might come back and stuff like that, but I really did enjoy it. But
I was hoping for a little Rick Grimes.
You did. You're never going to get a Rick Grimes out.
Well, when fucking garbage dump lady showed up in World Beyond, I was like, wait, she probably sent Rick there. He's an alpha.
Yeah, I will say I'm not, they don't. If you guys are going to watch this, I'll give you this, right? If you're watching it hoping for a Rick thing, I hate to tell you, it's not going to happen. They don't do it.
Oh, no Yankee.
No Yankee. No Hawkeye in this one. So that was the one thing about the show where I was like, because a lot of people were watching this to be like, oh, what happened to Rick? They're going to show Rick. What's going on with Rick? And you don't know any more than what you did before. So... I
felt like I know less.
Yeah. Take that as you will. I would hope they'll at least give it. They give little hints of I did this to get that. But you have no explanation of where Rick is. So if you're watching this show in the hopes of finding out more Rick stuff, don't bother.
God damn it, Rick!
You can't protect him, Rick. But yeah, if you want a good Walking Dead show, I would recommend that way over Fear. I mean, Fear just fucking. I'm a completist, so I'm just watching it for that. But other than that, I'm just like, why? I'm hate watching it. There are certain shows like what I'm sure there's shows that you watch that you've literally hate watched just to be like fucking, why am I watching this garbage?
La Brea.
Oh, is that
Still fucking watching that stupid La Brea, and I'm still watching, what is it, the Wheel of Time or whatever it is.
Oh,
which is like every other fucking fantasy show out there. It's like, let's just regurgitate the fantasy.
Yeah, we're kind of running out of ideas at this point with some of this stuff.
Give me something new.
Yeah, you know, at least if you're in a genre where it's like, okay, zombies, you're like, okay, they can do little things there to change it up a bit. You got the slow zombies, you got the fast zombies, you got the rage zombie, whatever. But yeah, there's certain beats in certain genres now that you're just like, all right, could you do something new? Like if I see another reiteration of a Cinderella story, stop it.
Or another just regurgitation of Romeo and Juliet as West Side Story, as Romeo and Juliet, as Nomeo and Juliet, as in, holy fuck, how many ways can we do it? What the fuck am I watching right now?
I'll tell you right now, Hollywood, right now, because I know Hollywood listens to us and we're on the pulse of media right now and entertainment. Stop with the fucking Cinderella stories. Stop with the Freaky Friday bullshit. It's all been done. I hate them all.
Oh.
Thank you. Off my
and I've been it's that time of the year, people. I've been watching those Hallmark Christmas movies, and there's that running theme too. I told you before, I'm watching one where the fucking
talk about hate watch.
Oh my god! Well, no, you know what? I do get a sick joy out of it because I look at it and I go, I know Hallmark movies aren't going to take that turn, but I want them to. Where like, you know, the mother and father go away on tour, and the, you know, aunt who's a CEO of a toy company about to go into a giant merger has to watch her niece, and she helps her realize the true value of Christmas. In one scene, it's like she's going to be playing at this fucking, I don't even know what. Got to watch my swearing, right?
I don't care.
But like they FaceTime with the mom and dad, and it's like, she's going to be doing her first live performance. It's on this date. When will you be back? And like, well, our last show is on the 22nd, so we'll be back on the 23rd. I was like, unless the plane crashes, and then the aunt has to raise her by herself. And that'd be like the beginning of a fucking Disney film.
Yeah. I mean, I think with the Christmas movies, I think it would be funny if they just kind of, you know, because all of them are like based in, you know, New England and the Christmas in the season. They should do like a Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's like a young family has their Christmas vacation up in here, and then a fucking deranged elf comes and kills everybody.
I'll give the listeners a spoiler. There are no fucking Hallmark movies on my top 10 Christmas movies. Let's put it that way.
Thank the Lord.
As much as I enjoy watching them for like the fucking. Oh, let's see what happens next. I bet you he falls in love with her. I bet you she's got a sister.
I can't. You know why? It's. Now, you're talking to a guy who watches shows about superheroes and zombies and Star Wars, right?
Yep.
So I shouldn't say, well, this stuff isn't real, but it kind of is not. It just reminds me of, like, you know, because I'm a New Yorker now, thank God. I've always been a New Yorker, but right. I did live for almost half my life at this point in New England. And
sure.
I fucking hated it. I don't, like, when I go back now, and I'm sorry for all those people that live, like, that whole New England,
Connecticut,
like, just the suburb, like, I just think, you know, I'm so much better than you, and, you know, look at my freaking scarf, and, just die already.
Die, get in the coffin, die.
Like, well, that's the one thing I did love about Hawkeye is that it's Christmas, but it's based in New York City. Like, to me, that's a city Christmas. Like, I don't want to see some cabin in goddamn New Hampshire. Like, just no. I am moving down south. I don't want to see another flake of snow for the rest of my life. I want to live in warmth.
Well, it did snow this morning.
It did. But, that was the perfect kind of snow where it was a light dusting. Doesn't get on the road, but it gets on the grass. it kind of warms up a little bit.
I could throw a snowball at my wife.
Yeah, exactly. I can push my dick in the snow. It's all good. You want to cool off my nuts? Put them in the snow.
Because my dick isn't small enough.
I know, right?
Your aunt is going to die. She's like, he's talking about his penis now.
I know. We lost a subscriber already. But anyway, those are my 2 shows. Do you have any other...
I did sit down and I watched the first episode. There's 3 of on Disney Plus, the Beatles Get Back.
Oh, I want to watch that. I was waiting to watch it with family because my mother is a huge Beatles fan. I mean, who isn't? Hot take, the Beatles are great. But you did watch some of it?
I did watch the first episode. It's the 3 weeks leading up to that live show they did on the rooftop kind of thing. Yeah. It's like all these hours and hours of like audio and video. And, they tell you in the beginning, not some of the audio stuff only doesn't have video to go with it. So we do the best we can to like kind of match it up.
Yeah.
But it's just an interesting look at that creative process, which is always fascinating. Just watching Paul McCartney sitting there just jamming out on a guitar. And I said to Katie today, I was like, he reminds me of our friend Laura's husband, John. My friend John.
Yeah.
Because John picks up a guitar, he starts playing, you forget it, he's gone. You've lost him.
Yeah.
and at one point, McCartney's just sitting there and he's got, he's just jamming away. And next thing you know, it's like, hey, here's a song.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that creative process where you get to see bands in the studio.
Yeah.
Not just recording in the studio. I mean, that's always fun, but like writing in the studio.
Well,
there's some bands that do that.
This whole thing is them writing an album in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, they were the Beatles at that point. I mean,
they hadn't really been together. I think this is like the point where they hadn't been together in a while too. I mean, I'm not a Beatles historian, but
yeah,
it just seems like they were apart doing their own separate thing. I mean, fucking George Harrison showed up with some Hare Krishna sitting in the corner, just like, just
that was
praying and rocking.
That looks. I mean, that's right in the Let It Be era, right? So it's the they got the Hare Krishnas there, or the whatever They got all into that stuff, and then they had you had John with Yoko standing there like basically hugging his knee, dude. And then you got McCartney. They all grew beards, like it's the
whole fucking thing. Like they're sitting around and like George Harrison's like, hey, I just came up with this thing last night. Like, tell me what you think of it. And it's the Mind Me Mine. No, is that the name of it?
Oh,
anyway, so but it's like he's playing it and like she's sitting there. I'm like, nobody else has somebody there with him except for John. Why the fuck is she there? Why does she need to be part of this?
That was a very weird situation. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that says like, oh, Yoko broke up the Beatles. They were way ready to freaking call it quits at that point anyway. I'm sure it didn't help her standing there.
Nope.
And then it was just a weird thing. Like, you could be in love with somebody, and have them be your muse and all that stuff. I get it, but like, there's no reason for her to be sitting in Abbey Road.
Hell no.
Like, just up his ass, Like,
she must have had the golden vagina or something.
Seriously. I mean,
You're John fucking Lennon. Like, what kind of fucking voodoo did she run on you?
Seriously. I mean, we all heard those sounds, that she I don't know, maybe she did some weird fucking, she could tongue his ass from like across the room. I don't know. Maybe she had some weird lizard tongue. But,
Yoko the dragon.
Yeah, exactly. But, I'm not one of those people that says Yoko broke out the Beatles and all that shit. I but it must have definitely been grating, as much as they say.
She didn't really say anything in the first one, so I don't know if she tries to put input in on anything else later on. But
I don't think she ever did. Like, from what I understand, she was just kind of there.
Yeah. I mean, I love just watching, like you said, that creative process of, like, how they go from just sitting there and Paul just jamming out on a guitar, finds a rhythm, likes it, literally starts humming along, and then all of a sudden just starts singing a song along with it. It's like, where the fuck did that come from? It's like a hit.
Yeah, because there are bands that, especially more established bands where they can afford to do that, where they can go into the studio with nothing and go, like, all right, let's create something, which I think is fascinating. Like, for most bands, from my experience, it's more of like get in a jam room, get a bunch of people together, jam out some stuff, come up with some music. And now even nowadays with technology, I mean, when I write records, I send basically completed demos to the band and go like, here's like 10 songs that I've been working on. So
learn it.
yeah, learn it, or let's hash it out, because like definitely with the Critically Ashamed, it's like I'll come in with a demo, a full-fledged demo with the vocals and it's everything, basically a finished song. And by the time we get it in the rehearsal room and we're jamming it out and I'm showing them the chords, it becomes something completely different because they put the band members with their own stank on it, as I like to call it. But something like the Beatles thing, and I've seen that in other documentaries, and I love,
Well, there was a podcast I used to listen to called Song Exploder, which became a Netflix series that does exactly that. They take a song from a band and like blow it up and go, this is how it was written. This is how we came up with that. And if you listen for this was like just something in the background. It's a really cool podcast and a really cool Netflix series that they made, and that's what this kind of reminded me of on a much grander scale with a much better band.
And what was that called on the
Song Exploder?
Song Exploder.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's something you told me about that I wanted to check out because I'm very fascinated with like, those. I'm more of an album guy as opposed to singles we talked about. So for bands to come in and, stuff like legendary albums like Pet Sounds and legendary.
Legend, wait for it. Dairy.
Legendary. So stuff like that always fascinates me. There's a couple out there. There's a few. There was one for Wilco that was really good. If you're into that band, am I trying to break your heart?
I wish I was into Wilco. Everybody rants about them.
I was a little bit late to the party with Wilco. A lot of my friends like Yankee and Daryl and stuff were like, "Oh my God, this is the best band ever." And Yankee Foxtrot Hotel. Am I right on that one? I think
Yankee
that's the. I'm not a huge person into Wilco, but they did a documentary on that, recording that album, which is a famous album, and obviously the Metallica Black Album one is fascinating.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking into to get back. It looks, and plus Peter Jackson did it. I mean, the guy who did Lord of the Rings, for God's sakes. If he made a Gollum talk, I'm sure he could do some wonders with Beatles footage. So yeah, and that's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, the only other thing I watched was the second half of Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe.
Oh yeah, see, I never watched the first one, so.
I mean, they made some deep cuts with some fucking characters on this show, like those like crazy. Who the fuck is that? I'd like to fist him.
Oh, jeez.
What is his name? Fister or Fisto or something like that?
Fisto.
And literally, he gives a line going, "Oh, I'd like to fist him." I'm like, you can tell Kevin Smith did this. He's the guy screaming, "I'd like to fist him."
Yeah, seriously. I do want to see his. I think that documentary is out now that his
Clerk.
friend Malcolm did. Clerk, yeah.
Yeah. But Master of the Universe was, I mean, it was okay. I can see they're setting it up for a second season.
Okay.
That, like, I don't know. They're trying to make it more modern with technology and shit like that as part of the story.
Mm-hmm. I know that a lot of people were pissed off at the first half of that season because they were like, it's supposed to be a He-Man show and He-Man is not even in it. And I'm just like,
well, it would be a He-Man show and He-Man died.
First of all, if you're a grown man watching He-Man, you should be...
Spoiler, He-Man dies in the first half of the season.
Yeah. So
spoiler, he comes back in the second half, of course.
So fuck you, He-Man.
It's not even a fuck you, He-Man. It's like, I don't know. So it was just...
First of all, like I said, if you're a grown man watching He-Man cartoons, just stop. I know you watched it. I was curious about it. That show, the original... one came out. I think I was a little bit too old for it back then, so it didn't really resonate with me. It was very cheesy. I love all the memes with it, and I do follow Grumpy Skeletor on Twitter, which that's a recommendation. Have you ever
Grumpy Skeletor?
I think it's Grumpy Skeletor. If you follow him on Twitter, he just basically badmouths He-Man.
Oh, I'm gonna have to follow Grumpy Skeletor right now.
It's so damn funny. It's like when they used to do. Kylo Ren, emo Kylo Ren had one too where he's all like emo goth, like freaking my dad, I killed him. It's like that. But it's funny. They take all those pictures.
He-Man just told you that it's only 30 sleeps until Christmas, so I'm really left with no choice other than to punch him square in the bell end.
Oh, bell end.
Yeah, Grumpy Skeletor, following him now.
Grumpy Skeletor, he is the best, and he just tells about how much He-Man is an asshole. And he has pictures from that original '80s animation one. So, Masters of the Universe Revelation. Would you recommend that if you're
No.
animation?
No.
You don't. Okay, good.
I mean, look, you know what? Hate watch it. There you go.
Oh,
I did.
okay. Hate watch. We're gonna have to do like Hate Watch Fridays or something.
I mean,
like
I
that.
still have yet to finish. What is it? The monkey one, Hit Monkey.
Hit Monkey. Oh, you still haven't
With the
finished it.
Hitman monkey.
Yeah, I gave up on Chucky too.
Jason.
Like,
Yeah, I got all the episodes of Chucky, but that's like I got nothing else to watch and I can't sleep.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to watch it. I guess it's just one of those where like I was watching it weekly, and then all of a sudden it was like I'll be flipping through.
I'm not even downloading the Day of the Dead one show
Oh
anymore.
yeah, you took a bullet for me on that one. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God! Well, again, circling back around, half the fucking people in it are the people that are on all those Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah, now see if they merged the Day of the Dead with the Hallmark Christmas movies.
A very zombie Christmas.
Yes, we went out to the Vermont.
She was the undead. He was alive. They had a love no one thought could work until one fatal Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas is coming, and the family is out in Vermont, and the mother gets her pussy bitten out by a zombie.
Oh, your aunt's going to kill you. Loretta!
Loretta, change the station.
Loretta, Greg's cursing again.
Gregory's using potty language again.
It's like, do you remember when your kids were, or people would go like, you tell your kids every time you cursed, you would give your kid like $1 or something like that?
No.
Well, we used to do that like when we were younger, where it was like
The swear
my kids
jar.
would be the swear jar, right? You would have something where like anytime the parents cursed in front of the kids, you'd give them $1 or put $1 in the swear jar. We tried that in my house with my kids, and it was like, every time you curse, you're gonna give me $1. So one time I just took out a $5 bill. I was like, cock, motherfucker, and tits. I just put it right in the jar. Money well spent. Like just like the one time where I paid my daughter $2 to sniff my shoe. She goes, because I was like, "Can you give me my sneakers, sweetheart?" She's like, "Okay, here." And I was like, she's like, "I don't know." She's like, "I don't want to give it to you." And I was like, "I'll give you $1 if you bring me my shoes." And she's like, "Okay." And then I was like, "I'll give you $2 if you sniff it." And she was like, "So good, I don't want to do it." I think we used to call it the Sarsaparilla Sniff, because you'd have to take the sneaker and do this, Sarsaparilla. If you did
Sarsaparilla.
you had to say Sarsaparilla and sniff the shoe, and that would earn them money. Or like whenever they were bad, because in the summer, you're wearing your Adidas or your Vans, and you don't wear socks, and they get really stinky.
Ooh,
and then
yeah.
my kids would always be like, "Dad, please buy new shoes. They smell so bad." I'm like, "They're not that bad. You gotta buy new shoes." So like, I have this one great picture of my daughter when we were in Disneyland.
You know it's bad when you can smell your feet through your shoes and your shoes are still on.
Oh yeah, like I wear my Vans with like no socks, and it's the summertime, and I'm sitting at my desk at work, and I'm like, oh, God, my feet stink. But I remember one time when we went to Disney, I went. Sometimes we'd separate. Like my ex would go with Violet, or I'd go with Zoe. We'd go on different trips, taking one of the kids, and Zoe, like, basically was teasing Violet and got Violet upset. So I took a picture of her holding my shoe. I just took it off and said, "Here, now you have to hold my shoe." And there's a great picture. Maybe I'll put it up on the website of just her holding my sneaker, like with her, pinching her nose from like far away. I'm like, it's not that bad. So yeah, if you want to do a sarsaparilla sniff, watch
Sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla. That could be another animation right
taste
there.
it.
Fucking sarsaparilla sniff. It's good stuff. So yeah, as far as television goes, we talked Hawkeye, we talked about Walking Dead, we talked about your favorite show, La Brea. Should we move on let's move on since we were talking about Get Back with them.
Get Back.
We'll go to music. Any new music that you're listening to right now that you want to turn me on?
Not
to?
a
Give me a boner?
fucking drop.
Wow. I did go through the new releases and I did find a couple of things. You want to hit the I Thought They Were Dead?
Oh, let me see.
that shit.
I thought they was dead.
Yeah.
Can I help you, sir? Yes, what is this? Huh? This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I thought you were dead.
I did notice that there's a new Sting record out.
What?
Yes. It's called The Bridge. I was like, okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Police fan. I love Sting. Even the solo stuff, you know. I don't dig on his Loot record, which nobody does. But I did see it come up, and I really sincerely thought, that it was a re-release of an older album that maybe I would have missed. And I looked at it. It was called The Bridge, and then I see an advertisement for it, and I'm like, wait, he has a new album out? And I listened to it. I thought it was just some re-release of an older album, but apparently it's new. Oh. So if you like the Sting, you could do worse, I guess. It didn't really grab me. I mean, same thing with. I haven't really given it a chance yet, but another Thought They Were Dead. Freaking Black Label Society has a new record out too. I was like, they do. I was like, and it's called Doom Crew Incorporated. I don't know your feelings about Black Label Society.
Don't
Zach Wilde
even
and all that
know
stuff.
them.
It's not, I think Zach Wilde is a phenomenal guitar player, and his voice is pretty cool. He's got that damn, he's got talent. I mean, let's hot take, Zach Wilde is talented.
No.
But I will bring up one of my, I'm not a big fan. I mean, I know it's not that I don't like, it's not that I don't like Zach Wilde and Black Label Society. I think he's great, but I don't really listen to their music that much. It did remind me of the times where we'd go to Ozfest.
Okay.
And, Ozfest, I've gone like 2 or 3 times. It's great if you're into the heavy music stuff. I mean, I saw Slipknot, Hatebreed, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, all that shit. It's right up my wheelhouse, right? But, of course, being Ozfest, Black Label would always get on there. And the funniest thing, I still remember it, they were playing... And, of course, when you go to these shows, it's not, there's a lot of T-shirt, no T-shirt, sunburned,
right,
metal dudes, big beers, long hair, drunk. You're like, okay, it's just the crowd. It's my people, I guess. But we did go to one Ozfest. It was so funny because the band is playing and the bass player in Black Label Society is this bass player called James Lomenzo, I think his name is. Jimmy Lomenzo. And everybody in Black Label Society looks like they're straight out of Sons of Anarchy, right? They have the vests, they have the fucking battle vests with the guitars and the long beards and all that shit. And everything's just kind of, Black Sabbath, kind of like sludgy, whatever. All these guys, and I remember, it was either before or after they played. I was with my buddy Pete. And we were talking about it. I was like, yeah, could you actually believe that the bass player from Black Label Society used to be a White Lion? Which he was.
Wow.
And we're talking about it for some reason, and we're sitting in the seats, and we're like, yeah, I can't believe that that's the same guy who used to be a White Lion. And I just hear one freaking fat metal dude go, no! I ruined his day. He's like, no, you're lying. I'm like, no, he was in White Lion. Look it up. And it's like
White Lion.
Man, Ozfest shows, I could tell you from freaking stories. It was just, the bands that played, they were great. I love all that, but just the crowds. I mean, that's why. I mean, I love going to shows.
Right.
I love going to music. But, like, sometimes it's like, there's certain bands that I'm just like, I can't go just because I just know the crowd and I know that the way they're going to be. And Ozfest, we did do it. We would go to a place in Hartford to go see these shows. And, one year I went, and we were smart enough that we would go, like, right where the second stage headliner was going on, maybe before, because, like, we went one year, and, like, Hatebreed and Slipknot were on the second stage, so I was like, oh, cool, I get to see Slipknot. But those shows started at, like, 9 o'clock in the morning. Like, you're eating a fucking sausage, egg, and cheese listening to freaking, Arch Enemy or something like that. You're like, it just doesn't fit. But yeah, so many memories going to those. The one time I did go with our buddy Mike Stolper. We went early, and I was like, never again, because it was all day. Nobody's, everybody's drinking beer. There's no shade. Everybody's sunburnt, drunk, and then we would be like, we got the, we got spots where we could sit in the chairs, but like the lawn people are throwing beers and pieces of. It's just, yeah, I don't miss those days.
No,
at all. Yeah. So as far as like,
I could take or leave the outdoor shows like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm old.
Yeah, we've all gotten to that stage now where it's like, I'm looking forward to going to a lot of shows next year. We have that Circle Jerk show.
Yep.
There's some other ones we're looking to go to. Accept is playing at the Chance next week? Come on.
Why?
Mike Stolper, I know you're going. You're probably going.
Stopey's around the corner. I'll meet you there.
I would. Accept. Dude, I would go. Balls to the wall. Come on. I mean, I know it's some new singer. It's not Udo. It's this little guy from TT Quick. But he does a good job. He does. He's just like this tiny little guy. But Accept put out a couple of records since Udo left that are great.
God.
They're great.
Accept. There
if
it
you're
is.
into that Teutonic Terror, yeah. We should go. To Accept. Come on.
Asaraya and Ronan. I don't even know who the fuck they are.
I mean, I don't think it would sell out, would it?
Oh, no. Come on. December 10th, the Amish Outlaws.
Oh, jeez, the Amish Outlaws. Why?
I don't know.
I'm just biased.
Oh, well, no. I mean, come on. Is this actual real?
What?
December 11th, Dokken.
It could be.
At the Chance. Reunion featuring George Lynch.
Yeah. George Lynch has been coming out with the... I mean, I am fascinated. Now you got me into
Breaking
another thing.
Benjamin Unplugged.
Oh, God.
I'd like to unplug their fucking life support machine.
Yeah, unplug the freaking PA and let the freaking go on. Because I freaking... Ugh. What was I talking about?
I'm sorry.
No, it was Accept... Oh, I'm fascinated with the whole Dokken thing. I don't know if you've gone down the rabbit hole.
No.
John Dokken, for 80s, I mean, Tooth and Nail, Under Lock and Key, great records, right? I love that shit. I love that crap. All 80s metal, right?
Oh, my God.
Don Dokken.
Now,
Now, it's a completely other new band. There's, like, nobody in except him. George Lynch is in and out. Like, now George Lynch will show up for the paycheck kind of thing. But there's always been Bad Blood, and, now they're mending fences. They did do a show, and I respect Don Dokken for this because they did a reunion with the original four of Dokken in Japan for like 2 or 3 nights, and they're like, why are you doing this? And Don Dokken's like, because they're paying me a shit ton of money to do it. That's why. I don't care.
Just tell them there's a little video of a guy in a band going crazy on stage. Don't be like that guy.
Yeah.
What fucking band was that? That was Hey Now, you're an all-star.
Oh, Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth.
I did put Padrino on our Hey Pal What's New playlist.
Oh God.
Maybe we'll throw a Dokken one in there too, or an Accept. But yeah, man, like if you watch these videos now, I this is a topic that is fascinating to me. Is these bands? I mean, look, there's no retirement plan for musicians, right? These guys, they're doing it because A, they love performing, and B, they're fucking broke. Come on, let's call a spade a spade. Don Dokken cannot sing at all. Like, it's fucking sad. It's really sad because the guy can barely, he's had surgeries and he's had health issues. I don't wish ill will on the man, but people are going to these shows like Vince Neil or freaking Don Dokken or all these guys where it's like they're out of shape. They can't hit the notes. They don't know the lyrics. They barely,
Yep.
like Don Dokken. He was never a freaking Rob Halford to begin with.
Right.
But, it everything is like, it's like he's speaking. It's just like, and like people are paying money for this shit. And you're like, why?
Yeah.
It's horrible. So now they're doing the whole like, oh, we're going to drag George Lynch out and they're going to pretend to be friends for 5 minutes or 10 minutes while I
For
play
a
a song.
shit ton of money.
Oh, yeah. They did those original Dawkins. And it wasn't that because they have superstar Jeff Pilson on bass who does most of the high notes. And that's another thing, too. They get these bands, Dokken, Vince Neil, all these bands where they get these phenomenal musicians to play for them. So musically, they sound great. And they have the guys doing
vocally.
The background. Yeah, even vocally. I mean, the guitar players and all that shit, they're doing all the high notes and stuff. So the guy just has to basically, Vince Neil has to fucking roll himself out there and, and you're just like, what? like
I saw some of those videos of him and I was just like, oh, this is embarrassing. Why are you doing? They can't pay you enough.
Yeah, and not for nothing. These bands, now, if you're going to play some club, I mean, that's on you, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to, like we were just talking about going to see Accept, right, at the Chance, I'm accepting, how funny is that? I'm accepting the fact that I know what I'm getting, right? I know that it's not 1989 anymore. We're not going to an arena, and it's a smaller place. And sometimes they're great. Sometimes bands like Cinderella, I've seen them in small venues. They sounded better than they did when they were playing arenas, right? Oh, yeah, you got it up on the screen here. A little Accept action.
Yeah, nobody else can see it but us. But
Yeah, that's all right.
but dude, $40 to $70 for those tickets for Accept. I'm good.
Really? Wait, 39.
Does the $69.99 come with a free blowjob?
No, seriously, what's the difference? Because
GA versus up in the balcony reserve seating.
wait, GA is 39. Okay,
And balcony in reserve seats because, I don't want to be down there.
$70 for that shit
Yeah.
for Accept?
That seat better have a dildo on it that vibrates.
Seriously,
Make it worth my wow.
So now, like, general admission is actually cheaper than
Yep.
sitting in a chair up there.
Yeah.
Guys, come on, really? I get it. The Chance is back. How much is George Lynch ones? Oh wait, hold on. Scan down.
$33.75 to $80.
That's funny.
Breaking Benjamin unplugged.
Free.
$50.
$50 to go see that shit.
Look, I will say if you like them, if they're a band that you really enjoy,
Sure.
I think going to see them do acoustic for $50. I liked them.
I'll have to check with my girl on that because I think
I
she
don't know
does
who
like Breaking Benjamin.
I don't know who Frank Pallett is.
Wait, you just passed our buddy Breach the Asylum with grunge type thing, Craving Strange. I heard that.
Who's
Blue
Breach the
Alien-
Asylum?
Breach the Asylum. That's my boy Vern.
Vern.
That's his band.
Shit, we might have to $10.
It's $10, dude. Say you can go see our boy Vern, Breach the Asylum, Friday, December 17th. Play the Chance. His band's great. If you're into that, let me tell you, they probably smoke fucking Dokken and the rest of those clowns off the stage, and you get to see him for $10.
You know what? Maybe we go just because it's Vern.
I would go to support Breach the Asylum, and from what I heard, there might be a little Blue Alien Mystic acoustic on that show.
Maybe we're buying tickets.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
Oh,
do
you
that.
know what?
What?
I wonder if they have good Wi-Fi there.
Oh,
We could do like a live podcast from the Chance.
Yeah. Well, can we go
Talk-
up to the top seats and pretend that we're VIP?
I don't know. I mean, buy some tickets. We go early.
Mm-hmm.
Do like a 5:00 podcast or with some of the bands. Do some interviews. Talk to them.
Yeah, man. Let's see what we can do here, brother.
That
Let's
might
see
be
what
a
we can
nice. That might be a nice show. I don't know.
do. Yeah. That could be a very special episode. We'll get freaking Gordon Jump from WKRP to fondle us.
The Turkey Drop, Legacy of the Beast, an Iron Maiden tribute band.
Oh yeah,
Richie Scarlett.
Oh, poor Richie.
Wait
He's
till
still
you
doing it.
see page 2 if it shows up.
Wait, is page 2 showing up?
Tantrum. Buck
Tantrum.
Cherry.
Oh, Buck Cherry. What the hell?
Life of Agony.
Oh, I'm going to that show.
Dog Eat Dog.
Dog eat dog. I'm definitely. We're
Sponge.
definitely going to.
The Today's Sponge.
The Sponge.
Eric
In
Dalton.
a world of human records. This crap fucking.
Doyle? Who's Doyle?
Doyle von Frankenstein.
Wednesday 13.
No, Doyle is the guitar player in the Misfits.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he does his own solo shit.
Fozzie.
Why are we going through all this? On
I
the
don't know.
podcast? People are just like, we're
What are you guys
basically
doing?
promoting the chance.
When I do the audio, when I just do the audio, I'll cut all this out.
Which, hey, look, I'm going to support Breach the Asylum. I'm definitely going to see Life Agony. Now that I saw the Accepted on Docket tickets, I'm definitely not going to that. But the
so
chance,
expensive for what?
I'm glad that you're back. How about you treat the artist better?
Yeah. Is
That's
it the
all.
chance that's the problem? I feel like the Loft.
The Loft is part of the chance. It's the same shit.
Oh.
The chance we had to sell tickets for, too. I get it. Look, they're running a business, right? You can't get a bunch of bands and have them bring 2 people. Like, that's just not it. But there's a method about it. I don't want to shit on the chance because, they're
got
one
do
of
what
the
they
only
gotta do.
games in town. I mean, how can we go to Poughkeepsie and see, there's not too many places around here where I can go see Acceptance on Docket.
No.
But, I'll give it that. But, I don't want to get on my soapbox about freaking music artists, the local bands. Anyway. So, yeah, besides all that stuff, the only other thing I saw, Black Label Society, we'll get to the Ghostbusters, of Mice and Men have a new EP. They're pretty good. That's really it. I don't really have anything else to say on that.
Did you say of Mice and Men?
Of Mice and Men. Tell us about the Rabbits, George. They're a band. They're
Yeah.
good. I'll put some of the songs out there.
I know the band. I didn't,
Yeah, they've been putting out singles. Like, the new thing now lately is, like, bands will put out a single, and then, 2 or 3 weeks later, they'll put out another single, and they'll add it to it. So, like, they're slowly building an album. Right now, that thing has about 4 or 5 songs on it so
Okay.
far. I like Of Mice and Men. They're one of the newer metal bands that I can kind of get down with. Besides Mice and Men, Mastodon, those are like the 2 that are still holding the flag that I get excited about new stuff. So anyway, music is done. I think it's time to bust some ghosts, motherfucker.
I wish I could play the theme song. We'll get kicked off the air.
No, but you might as well play our spoiler one because we're gonna spoil the shit out of this movie. That's right. We're going to spoil the Ghostbusters. So we did talk about it last week. You did see it, and you did enjoy it.
I ain't afraid of busting no ghosts.
Yeah, busting makes me feel good. It really does.
Oh, boy, does it.
But you
Don't
said
go down that rabbit hole. Busted makes me...
Skeet, skeet, skeet. Skeet, skeet.
Damn world.
Oh, what am I going to tell the guys in the office? Oh. Anyway, good old Harry Reams. Yeah, so you saw Ghostbusters Afterlife. You enjoyed it.
I
quite a bit.
very thoroughly enjoyed it. I would see it again.
See, I did go see it. Like I said, my girl Manal and I went to the theater on the theater.
The recliners up in Middletown.
Recliner theaters during the day, 3:00, to watch a little Ghostbusters Afterlife. And this was one of the movies where I was really anticipating it because I'd heard good reviews about it. You had told me it was good. I was like, all right, I can't. I'm a Ghostbusters fan. Like I said, Busted makes me feel good. I said I have to go see this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I wasn't gonna wait, so I went and saw it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a real proper sequel. They did justice to it.
Yep.
The premise was good. It
hit all the notes that the original hit.
Yes, all the feels on it. And the big spoiler thing about it is the Egon thing.
What about Egon?
What about him? He comes back.
Wait, Egon's dead? God damn it! Loretta! Fucking Egon's dead, Loretta!
we all know that Egon is dead in real life. So
wait, when the hell did this happen?
what are you talking about? Harold Ramis, he's been dead for a couple of years. How'd your parents die? what happened?
I should have been told.
So that was the whole thing of like, how are they going to address that, right? I think in the beginning, the way that they set it up, you can kind of see him. You know, they do it in real life. The whole thing takes place where
they do the whole not showing him to show him, which, in my opinion, I don't know about you, it adds a bit of a thrill factor to it. It's like when you watch those movies and it's always the person's like, oh, that guy's, come on.
Yeah.
Seeing all the movements, the actions, the stuff that's happening without actually seeing the person's face kind of makes it a bit more spooky.
Yes, and I liked how they did it in the beginning of the movie where they show him right before he kicks the bucket from the ghosts.
Right.
How they did it. Like, I'm watching the beginning of it, and I'm seeing all this stuff, and I'm like, wait, oh, is that him? Like, because I didn't know that they were going to do that. I didn't know that they were going to basically show why he died. Then they go into the whole thing of why he left his daughter and his family to go do this, and it was really, like, just the way it was done. It was just so well done.
Yep.
The new characters, you know, the kid from Stranger Things, he was like more of like the auto guy. Then you have, you know, Egon's granddaughter who was just adorable and looked just like him.
Yep.
And then you got Podcast, who Podcast was the best. He was just a freaking nerd. But the way that they went about it,
would Podcast be the I'm trying to think, forget it.
He was a cute kid, right?
I'm trying to think of a parallel for everybody on the new to the old.
Yeah. Well, the only thing, okay, I love the movie, like I said. Hit all the feel buttons.
Right.
Little nods, you know, nods to the original that people are like, oh, like when she has the thing that detects the ghost that kind of does the little pointy thing. You're like, oh, I know that. And the traps and the machinery and all that stuff. I love the fact that they went back to YouTube and they could see the commercials and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that she rang the number.
I wonder if the phone number is still active, too.
You know, we should call it just to see if it is.
Yeah, what was that number?
It's like 555 something. I don't remember. If you can look it up, I'll riff on it while you look. I love the fact that they called the number and then he, you know, Dan Aykroyd picks it up. They go into the whole thing of like what everybody's been doing, the original Ghostbusters, since they left. I love the Annie Potts cameo in it.
Oh yeah.
How she basically was doing all the financial stuff for Egon, and he was the dirt farmer in that movie. Like,
the dirt farmer.
The dirt farmer. You know, that dirt farmer had a family. You know, like he was just one of those weird outcasts. And the reason that he was doing it was because of this threat that comes back, and he spent his whole life trying to prevent this threat from happening. So, really, really touching movie. You know, it made sort of sense. The only thing, and this is a small ass nitpick, was the fact that there's a part where they find, you know, his lab and they show the coveralls with their names on it.
Sure.
And, you know, they go through all the stuff and then they decide they're going to go back to that mountain. They're going to, you know, finish what the grandfather started, right? And you're like, yeah. And they grab the suits out of the and they all fit perfectly to these kids. I'm like, wait a second. You know, these you know, these are little, like, teenagers. They're like maybe 12. You know, the Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman is not the same size as this little kid, and they just put on these outfits and they fit perfectly. And then, spoiler, as we all. Yeah, the original Ghostbusters come back in the nick of time to help out, and they have their outfits on, their coveralls. Like, that makes, like, these kids put on these coveralls that they found 30 years ago, and they just fit perfectly. That's the only tiny nitpick I had from it. I would have loved to have seen, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I can't think of his name right now.
Rick Moranis.
I would have loved to have seen a Rick Moranis cameo.
Oh.
But he doesn't do that shit anymore. And the fact
Nobody does Mint Mobile commercials.
Yeah. Well, he did that one Mint Mobile commercial, and then he got punched in the face, and then we're never going to see him again.
Thanks a lot, guy who punched Rick Moranis in the face.
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, he's a national treasure. Why the hell are you going to do that?
Let's do this live, see if this works.
Okay, let's see if you can do it. Calling the number.
The number you have reached is not in service. This is a recording.
A boo. A boo.
So, Peter, Dan Aykroyd didn't pick it up. Oh, well. So, anyway, yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed it. If they leave it at this is it and they don't do any other sequels, I am perfectly happy with that.
I'm not going to dial that number. Go ahead.
Okay.
Me too. If they continue it from this, awesome. Mm-hmm. If they don't, I'm still just as happy.
Yep.
I also feel like they're never going to get like this is one of those, Finn Wolfhard, he's freaking popular as all get go.
Mm-hmm.
He's Stranger Things, this movie, It. He's got a band. He's got like all this shit.
Yeah. He's a talented
I feel like down the road they're going to be like, let's make another one. And he's like, I want to back up the fucking money truck, please. And they're going to go, oh, never mind. We'll just figure it out without you then.
They might. I mean, look, for this one, the fact that,
the little girl was the best part. Well, her and podcast.
Yeah.
You could totally make it without.
Those two were adorable. And the fact that, I mean, she's smart. That was another little nitpick. It's like they know how to use all this shit. Okay. I love Paul Rudd's character in that. Yeah. Sexiest man alive. Once again.
I love that he puts on fucking Chucky for them to watch in school. Chucky and what was the other fucking
Cujo.
Movie?
Like, here's a little movie about a Saint Bernard that chews up a bunch of people. Have fun, kids. Like, that's typical fucking summer school. Like, and, they pull out the old VHS tape and they're watching Cujo and then he's watching Chucky. Yeah, I mean, I love Paul Rudd. I mean, like you said, he's a national treasure.
He's the sexiest man alive.
Exactly. And he was great in it. And I like how they did the callback. I mean, we won't complete. I mean, I guess we'll spoil the fuck out of it. I mean, they basically.
It's been 3 weeks.
yeah, right. They basically bring back the whole Keymaster Gatekeeper thing with Zool and all that. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And, Force Ghost Egon comes back to help out the daughter, and it was a really touching moment. I mean, I definitely teared up when Egon gets to connect with his daughter again and the grandkids,
and she sees all the pictures and sees that he may have left, but he was always following what was going on.
Yep, and he was basically stalking her. But he never did forget about his daughter, and she was pissed off and angry that he left, and now they have they had that closure, and the way that Egon just drifts away. Turns into dust and just goes away, and it's great seeing they actually dragged freaking Bill Murray back into this shit, which is a freaking miracle. Yeah! They've been trying to get him. I mean, Ernie Hudson, like we were saying, Ernie Hudson's been sitting at the phone for 30 years. Going, are you gonna make another one? Are you gonna make another one? Are you gonna make and even Aykroyd wrote about 500 scripts.
Can I please be on something other than like an episode of Psych?
Yeah, exactly. Poor Ernie Hudson. He was chewing up. All of them were chewing up the scenery at the end, and I think it was great. I would love to see it again. But
my buddy Justin pointed out the ghost that replaced Slimer. What was it? Who fucking eats the bars and shit like that? Yes. Justin was like, dude, I had that toy as a kid.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't Slimer. It was...
Yeah, the one who replaced him.
Yeah, it was like a steel eater. I forget they had a name for him, but... And how cute were the freaking... I'm sitting with my girlfriend, Manal, and... She's, we always tease her because she's obsessed with Baby Yoda. I mean, Baby Yoda's the cutest thing in the world, right? Or
right.
Grogu, whatever you want to call him, right? The little Stay Puft marshmallows that come out and they start doing all that stuff. Her face was like, I thought she had an orgasm. And she was like, oh my God, look how cute.
Even them blending
watch the trailer?
Even them like torching each other and blending each other up was cute.
Yeah, they're like, oh look, we're gonna freaking roast each other and like, put them in the blender and like.
two things. I don't know if you picked up on the fact that or no. Gozer,
Yes.
Olivia Wilde.
No,
That's Olivia Wilde.
Really?
Olivia Wilde, for those of you who don't know of what the fuck was she in? I don't know. Tron. Well, the Tron Legacy. She's in a lot of shit.
Okay.
She was Gozer.
Ah.
Not the voice. It was like her, but then somebody else did the voice of Gozer, of course. But, and are we going to talk about the Sigourney Weaver post-credit scene there?
Oh, wait, there was a post-credit scene?
Oh, with Sigourney Weaver.
Shit, we left early.
Oh, with her and fucking Bill Murray sitting at the table, obviously together as a couple.
Yeah.
And she's like holding up the cards, and it's got like he's like, a star. And she zaps him anyway.
Oh, really?
And she's like, how did you know this? Did you like mark the? He's like, yes, I marked the cards.
Oh, man.
Oh,
See,
there's a whole fucking Sigourney Weaver, Bill Murray post-credit scene.
God damn it.
God damn it.
You know, I knew I should have stayed to the end.
That's why you don't have the large soda, so that you don't have to get up and go take a piss as soon as the credits start rolling.
I was very proud of myself for that movie. Like, we had went to lunch beforehand.
Yeah.
So we didn't buy any. We just basically bought. I didn't get the usual freaking trough of soda. I got like the and I didn't have to piss through the whole. That's like a first for me.
My kids like to order the soda up there, then fill it up with slushy.
Yes.
Excuse me, the slut. No, it's not. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's just
nobody's stopping you.
Yeah, seriously, it's a movie theater for God's sakes. They'll take whatever they can get. But yeah, if you do get a chance, anybody that's listening, I see our buddy Jeff Steiner is always there, always rocking it.
Hello, lads.
Hello, lads. I saw that awesome picture that he's had with Lou with
oh yeah,
Sub-Zero. Yeah, it was good to see that. But yeah, if you have a chance to go to the theater, obviously before Spider-Man, go see Ghostbusters Afterlife. I highly, highly recommend that movie. I had such a good time with it. No, we're not going to see it in Canto.
No. There's other movies coming out that like. I don't know.
Well, the rest of my two before, I think definitely when we do the rank episodes, we're going to have to wait. We'll do the music ones and then the TV ones, I think, before that.
Okay.
Just because, we're going to need time to see Spider-Man and Matrix. I feel like those two would definitely be on my list. Not Clifford the Big Red Dog. I still haven't seen Eternals.
I don't even know what's coming out next week.
I did hear that Eternals will be on Disney Plus by January, so I'm thinking I'll probably wait till January.
Yeah, it was that fucking bad.
It really was, huh? That's disappointing. I had no expectations for that movie anyway. But, I think definitely I definitely want to wait until at least Spider-Man because I know that's going to be probably one of the top.
Well, it's going to be on there too because it's going to be so fresh. It's going to be like, oh, I just saw it, so fucking awesome, or it sucked.
Yeah, I can't see how it's going to suck. I can't see how it's going to suck.
Challenge accepted.
Who knows? Who knows?
Showtime. Oh, available soon. I can't. I gotta buy tickets for it because I'm gonna go see it on the Saturday.
And what do they say? Tickets available Spider Monday.
Yeah,
I think instead of
tomorrow,
Cyber Monday,
which is tomorrow.
Yeah, we get tickets.
But I'm gonna have to go see it in the not in 3D, definitely.
No,
but
IMAX definitely.
Yeah, on the Saturday because that's Xander's birthday, so that's what we're doing for his birthday.
Ooh, little X-Man.
Past couple of years, we what did we fucking do? We went to like Kalahari Resorts and Great Wolf Lodge and all those kind of things.
Oh,
Nice. Not last year, but this year can't. I don't know. Fucking Omicron, baby.
Omicron.
The Omicron. You know about Omicron?
No.
Oh my God! It's the new fucking South African variant of COVID that's coming through. Twice as virulent as the Delta variant.
Our man Joe Biden, he closed the borders.
Sleepy Joe? Yeah, he closed it. I think I forget who it was. Someone who posted like, oh yeah, so they closed the borders as of whatever time today, so I guess we're safe. Or are we? Has it already made it here? It's like everybody we're going to be closing the borders tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if you're going to come here, do it now.
Meanwhile, the outbreak monkey is already
running
delivered
loose
itself. At this point, I don't know. It's I'm really starting to, I haven't got. Have you gotten your booster yet?
COVID fatigue? Is that what you're talking about? COVID.
Yeah, I'm getting COVID fatigue.
Oh my God,
it's so weird now. Like I see it, and I'm not going to be one of those, people. Whatever. I don't like you said. We always try not to be political, but at the same time, it's so weird. Like you're seeing it now, where it's like, even on the Thanksgiving Day parade, right? I watch that, which I do every year.
I did not.
Right? It's basically one big long commercial, right? But it brings me back to my youth. Whatever.
Well, yeah,
it's a tradition, right? You're watching it, and the people that are marching have masks on.
You're outside.
Yeah, the people in the crowd don't have masks on. Some do, some don't. It's really a matter of preference at this point. From what I understand, I mean, like I said, you've had COVID. Our boy Noah recently had COVID, and he kicked his ass.
Barry was one of the fucking original COVID crew.
Barry was the original outbreak monkey. Yeah.
If I ever get a pet monkey, I'm gonna name it Barry.
Meanwhile, unhealthy fucking fool over here. I mean, knock on wood.
The guy who eats ass.
Yeah, that's why.
Hey.
Rib an asshole every once in a while, maybe.
Hey, did you get that, people? You want to avoid COVID?
John's currently taking applications right now. It's like, lick my ass, and I'll lick an ass for COVID. Yeah, so
are you a giver or a receiver of rim jobs?
Yeah, at this point, it's just so fakakta. Like, it's like,
Loretta, he's talking about rim jobs.
fakakta. No, I just said fakakta, not cock. But it's just so like we went out to lunch this week, and it was like some people have masks on, some people are driving in their cars with masks on. Some woman has a mask on at the dinner table with the nose sticking out. Like we're all fucked. Basically, is what it comes down to. So be careful, everybody. Wash your hands. Do what you have to do. I know personally, if I'm taking any flight from now till the end of time, I'm wearing a mask. I don't care, because you get sick on those things anyway. But it's just so weird at this point. Like, I'm like, why are the people performing in the parade wearing a mask? The people in the audience aren't wearing a mask. Some people are, some people aren't. I guess it's just a matter of preference at this point. I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway.
Well, when I say the COVID fatigue, it's become like the fucking boy who cried wolf kind of shit. Not trying to downplay anything. I'm just like, oh my God, I've heard it so much.
Yeah. I mean, look, a lot of people died. And a lot of people got sick. I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that there's a vaccine out there. But now it's just being like, here's a new variant. Oh, you're going to get a booster. Maybe you get another booster. It's like...
It's becoming more and more like the flu.
Yeah.
Get your booster. Get your flu shot. Get your COVID shot. This year's COVID shot at the high school, they give it in the fucking nurse's office, the flu shot, not the COVID shot. The flu shot, they give them at the nurse's office.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a flu, what the fuck do they call it? It's like a...
I didn't know Kermit the Frog was taking it over.
Hey, flu shots. Make sure to get your flu shot today. They do the flu shots, and they're like, I forget what they call it, but it's like, everybody come and get your flu shot today. Sign up or just show up.
Yeah.
Like, my daughter was like, oh, I got to get my COVID shot because she needs it to go back to school and stuff.
Yep.
But it's like, I was like, just go to fucking CVS. She goes, that just feels so weird. I was like, why? You go to the doctor's office. And Kate even said, she's like, you go to the doctor's office. The doctor's not the one giving you the shot. It's like the nurse or the nurse practitioner or somebody else who's just going to give you a shot. When I went to the fucking health department, it was literally people who volunteered. And it's like, here's how you give the shot.
Oh, yeah. I got mine done at a school church. Like, or, it was like a church school. I don't even know what it was.
The old J.C. Penney at the Poughkeepsie Galleria.
Yeah, my kids got their shot, like, literally at a drive-thru at the mall. So... yeah, we just want everybody. Look, we all love you. We want you to be safe. Just,
wear a condom. Oh, wait, no, that's not what we're talking about.
Wear a condom. Wash your hands after you take a shit. I mean, it's just common sense, people. Yeah.
Wash that ass before you eat it.
Exactly. You got to make sure that...
Loretta, he's talking about eating ass.
I'm never letting that one go now.
Delicioso. Yeah, so how are we on time, my friend?
We are an hour and 23 minutes.
All right, man. We are fresh. So I guess we'll close it out here. I mean, everybody, thank you. We hit our 200 likes. We're at like 206 at this point.
Who was number 200? I need to know.
I don't know.
They were promised a prize pack, Gregory.
They were promised a prize pack, but you know what? Fucking, I tried to go into the app, the Facebook to try to figure like who are the new people on there. We'll have to figure it out.
It doesn't give you chronological?
No, it doesn't. Maybe you can figure it out. I don't. I tried to look, but we're so happy that we're over that, and the audience continues to grow. We want you guys to review us on the pod. Yes, exactly. Definitely want you guys to review us on the podcast. On our Facebook page, you can do reviews. You can do reviews on Apple Podcasts. Spotify, you can't. But you know what? Who cares? We love it anyway. I did add our Fish for Mayor as the spotlight on our Facebook page, so definitely check that out. We need people to get views on that. More animations hopefully coming in the way.
Coming in your face? What?
Loretta, he's talking about coming in faces.
Right over your face, neck, and chest, everybody, as my man Kevin Smith would say. Check out the videos. Definitely like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We're going to add some of these songs onto the Spotify Hey Pal What's New playlist. Hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to chat about getting us a website where you guys can access all this stuff instead of just the Facebook stuff. Facebook is great. But we really got to keep up on some of this other stuff. So, like I said, we really appreciate this stuff, and we're going to keep doing this for you. December, look for the ranking episodes. If you guys want to give us your feedback, definitely let us know. Yeah.
And I'm going to leave you with practical advice.
What's that?
Grab your dicks and check for ticks. You ain't never had a tick, so you had a tick on your dick. A tick on the side. I want to see these. Let me just go. Stop streaming.